with that being said, this is just random because you told me that your baby father was a trapper, right? Or quote unquote, right?
Oh
I hate hearing women. Do women ever take accountability for the bad choices of men?
Yes.
I love scammers, and that's my fault. That's why my heart always getting broke.
I blame it on my youth.
It's my
I'm
fault.
like, I was young.
Yeah.
I was experiencing.
I'm still young.
So you still like the scammers?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
I've dated both a scammer and a 9-to-5.
I mean,
So do you think do you guys go in there with the intent thinking you guys could change him and make him
no.
faithful? So why the hell you mad when you find out he piping there?
I feel like because I feel like whether it's a man or a woman, they have a way of making you feel like you're the only one. So it's like sometimes you would just because a nigga ain't shit to other women doesn't mean he's not gonna be shit.
I can change him.
Yeah.
You can change. Not you would change him. He can change himself, and vice versa. She can change herself.
Right.
So I just feel like, of course, we're gonna go in with thinking, oh, he's gonna be loyal to me just because he wasn't loyal to this person. Doesn't mean he's not gonna be loyal to me. But it doesn't always, or vice versa. It doesn't really always end up like that.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's taking the time to make you feel special. So, take that time and be happy with that.
But listen, you could be with someone every single day, and it could make you feel like the baddest bitch on earth and everything. They still cheat. Still cheat on your blood clot. I'm sorry.
All right. Don't do it.
Nah, like, in retrospect, so it's like you just have... I'm not going to say you have to keep a lookout, keep your guard up, but you just never know with people.
Especially if you've been hurt.
You don't know what they're doing when they're not with you.
Come on, we've been through so much.
It's all about trust. It's all about trust.
It is all about
You never know what your person is doing currently right now. Like, So it's all about trust. They don't know what you're doing on this podcast right now. It's all about trust, So...
Y'all go to therapy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't? Okay. Interesting.
She's trying to say I need
the
therapy.
normal.
Interesting.
I didn't say anything. Because there was 2 out of 3. I thought it was going to be
She the normal one.
Everybody needs
I
therapy.
am the therapist.
No, yeah.
Honestly.
I feel like a lot of people need to grow up and get...
But I feel like I'm
That's a
pro
good thing,
therapy.
yeah.
I feel like another thing, black men, even though I know, like, I do feel like black men need therapy, and I feel like
Only
they're
black
not
men?
allowed to. They're like, society doesn't allow them to go to therapy because y'all supposed to be masculine and not cry and not this. So I do feel like therapy. Women go to therapy, but I feel like black men need to go to therapy more.
Isn't it like Black Men's Mental Health Awareness Month? Whatever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Shout out
feel-
to
I
y'all
think it was
though.
last month, but
No, it's this
Is
month.
it this month?
Yes. Shout out to y'all.
You know who's the main person in my life that always told me to man up and stop crying?
Who? Your
A
dad?
woman.
Oh shit.
A woman?
But
Why you always bringing it back to that? Oh my God.
No, they do that a lot,
Because-
though, and it's
and I feel
sad.
like it was an older women because you know what? It's not even men or women. I feel like old school people.
Yes,
their mentality
that.
is like
Generation.
my mom's African currently. Like if I had a brother, I don't, but she would be like, "Why is he crying?" But that's because they're
Literally.
old school mentality.
But
Even
It's not-
Jamaicans.
you know who keeps that trait? The daughter.
No,
No,
because-
we don't.
That's not
Yes,
true.
you
That's
general
not
curses
true.
end with
'Cause
me.
That's,
I don't
that's not
stop
true. Because
breaking
sometimes
up.
when you grow up with
Yeah.
trauma, you realize that you don't want your kid to grow up with
Exactly.
trauma. You're gonna do things. Yeah, you will have your mother's traits, but you would do things that you did not like about your mom.
You may not do that with your child, but you might put that same reaction on your man.
But-
If he's
and
coming
you
to you
might not.
complaining, you be like, "Oh man, the fuck up! Oh, that nigga's always bitching."
No, that's not true. It depends on it depends on the person you are. If you're able to realize that men have emotions and they can be vulnerable, then why not? But if a woman says grow up, be a man, don't cry, don't talk about your emotions, then that's not the woman for you.
Period.
Then I ain't meet no. I'm be honest with you. Every woman I dated always used my emotions as
And that's
weakness.
and
I be
that's
trying to meet
unfortunate.
people who-
That's
And they're the main ones saying, "Oh, you go be
Because-
open with me." I'm not saying I was crying or nothing, but if I express something how I feel, then it's like, "Oh, you act like a bitch." This, that, and the
it's
third.
crazy. There's women in this
I be
world
wanting
that
people
wish
to
their
express
man.
themselves.
There's women in this world that wish their man would be emotional and would be vulnerable and talk to them.
No.
Nah,
I'm sorry
I
you
don't-
keep
I never
picking-
met a.
I'm sorry you keep picking
Because
the
I don't
wrong
like
woman,
people who are nonchalant.
but
I can't.
So y'all all want y'all man to be emotional?
I love an emotional nigga. Cry with me, baby.
I love
So-
so-
Cry together.
I like hearing
I love
that.
someone that speaks their mind. I'm not gonna knock you. Like I like those conversations. Let's have an intellectual conversation.
I like hearing that.
Let's fix it.
But is there a line though?
There's not a line. Like I mean,
Like, can he be too emotional?
no, because if I'm too emotional,
We're all
is there a line for me?
human. Like we're all human.
Like,
Cry. I'm gonna
it's
cry
not
with
fair.
you.
Like if I'm too
So-
emotional, why am it's okay for me to be too emotional, but he can't be too emotional? We're all human.
Sometimes it makes you come to a realization. Like damn. Like this is real. Like he's
you
dead
know,
crying.
one
Like
hoe that can
yeah.
cry.
So if your man come home and cry to you every day, that's cool.
Come here, baby. What's up? Let's talk about
Suck
it.
on my titty.
I don't think.
Bitch wanna cry than sex. Like what? Hold on.
Shout out
Like
to
he's
you.
emotional.
That might make me feel better. Like
I don't think nobody wants to be with somebody that's crying all day, man or woman. You know?
Yeah,
Why
that's
you keep-
true.
I feel like
but
y'all
it's not,
keep
I don't
trying
think he's
to,
being
like-
literal. Don't be like, I don't think he's being literal when he's saying a man cry
yeah,
every day.
not-
But
not
like,
every day,
but
but-
just like if he's an
but a lot,
emotional person,
yeah,
like
yeah.
somebody that's super emotional.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
person needs to then probably step out of the relationship, get control of themselves.
Need some
I
time for
feel like
themselves.
they're too emotional. If they're too emotional, that's because they're still dealing with childhood trauma.
And they need therapy.
And
help, yeah.
that all matters. Like how you was raised, it really matters. Like for most of my friends, we grew up with older Caribbean parents, and it's trauma. Like they didn't have the resources that we have today.
Hell yeah.
Like if I was to tell
My mom don't think we back then.
Yeah.
When I was young, I told my mom I was depressed. She was just like, "Why? You have a roof over your head." Like that's not depression.
They think that depression and anxiety and
That's
all
such
of
a
things.
Caribbean answer.
What are you mad for?
Like
They
you have food right here. Like girl, I'm tired.
Yeah,
Right.
they
That's why I'm
don't
depressed.
recognize, trauma, anxiety, depression. These things are real. Everybody can go through it. So
Hell yeah. And I feel
right.
like in the African household, when you're when you're going through something, it's no depression, it's no sickness to it. It's either voodoo or you're crazy.
or you need to pray to God. That's it. Go to church.
Like,
Come back to the church.
So where I have a family member that's schizophrenic and they think she's crazy and she a witch, but really
She's a demon.
But right, they think she's evil, but she's really schizophrenic because if she was white, it would be like the doctor, told her that she has schizophrenia, but in
And
African culture,
they don't
it's evil.
believe in doctors
Caribbean,
and
they
diagnoses.
diagnose you.
They
like,
don't
nah,
like
stay
that
away
shit.
from her. She
Everything
crazy.
gotta be
Right.
natural, and if something wrong with you, something just wrong.
And they
with you.
don't believe in doctors and actual diagnoses. Like I have a family member that was diagnosed with bipolar, and she's like, "You don't know what he's talking about, girl. You need medication." Like